Good afternoon, Tiger fans, and welcome to Oxford, Alabama championship afternoon for the Tigers as they will take on the Falcons of Montevallo in a winner-take-all 9-inning affair here at Choccolocco Park. It has been a fun one so far, and we appreciate you tuning in to the UWA Broadcast Network for today's coverage. I'm Will Atkinson. I'll be bringing the play-by-play this afternoon as the West Alabama Tigers, the number 5 seed in the Gulf South Conference Tournament. They come into today's contest 31-23 overall. They finished the regular season 18-15 in Gulf South Conference play. They came in the 5 seed. Just over a week ago, they were a bubble team, not sure if they would make the tournament. And here they are in the championship matchup. On Saturday, they defeated the number 4 Mississippi College Choctaw 6-5 in 11 innings. Sunday afternoon's contest, the Tigers defeated these Montevallo Falcons by a score of 5-4. On Monday, the number 3 West Florida Argonauts fell to West Alabama 7-6. On Tuesday, the Tigers bested Mississippi College once again by a score of 12-6. And last night, West Alabama lost their first game of the tournament by a score of 15-3 to Montevallo. And today, for the third time in this tournament, the Tigers will see the Falcons. West Alabama was on a 12-game win streak. That ended last night, and a new streak can start today as they take on the Falcons of Montevallo. The Tigers are led by head coach Eric Dubose in his second season, and he's led the Tigers to a Gulf South Conference tournament title game here this afternoon. Montevallo comes in 29-24. They finished the regular season in the Gulf South Conference 16-17, and they are led by head coach Chandler Rose. From left to right in the outfield for the Falcons, it'll be Jacob Pearl in left, Ian Cartwright in center field, Evan Radford. And right at third base, it'll be Peyton Stevenson, Ethan Huddleston, and shortstop McGuire Turner at second base, Logan Harbin over at first. In this afternoon's battery for the Falcons behind the plate, it'll be Luke Mitchell. And on the mound for the Falcons, it'll be the right-hander, number 22, Seth Gurr. Now, this is Gurr's 18th appearance, just his 7th start of the season. 41 2/3 innings pitched. He's walked 18 and struck out 40. Opponents hitting .281 against the right-hander. Gurr listed 6'2" senior from Coaldale, Canada. So a Canadian on the mound for the Falcons this afternoon. And West Alabama will be the visitors on the scoreboard. They'll have an opportunity to score first. And stepping in for the Tigers will be the center fielder, Joe Watkins. Watkins has had a pretty solid tournament here in Oxford, Alabama. He's hitting .368 in the tournament. He's collected 7 hits, a home run. He's driven in 3 as he will step in to face the right-hander, Gurr. Swinging first pitch, a swing and a drive to left. Get up! Get out of here! Home run! Joe Watkins with a big fly! 1 pitch, 1 ball. Touch them all, Joe! Touch them all! Joe Watkins with his 12th home run of the year gives the Tigers the 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning.
West Alabama, the shortstop number 10, Eli Burwash.
That will welcome to the plate Eli Burwash as Watkins turned it around, and the Tigers jump out to a 1-0 lead. Second pitch of the game, and Burwash singles to left. Back-to-back hits to start it off for the Tigers. And Blake Vineyard will step in.
Number 6, Bryant Quimby.
Vineyard comes in hitting .303. He's got the team lead in hits. He's got a runner aboard. Gurr will deal. That's too tall. Gurr, the right-hander. 3 pitches, 2 hits, and a run. Burwash with a lead at first. Vineyard will take that one low in the zone. Two balls and no strikes to the right-handed hitting Blake Vineyard. Gurr from the belt. Too tall. Vineyard ahead in the count here, 3-0. Vineyard's way ahead in the count here as a senior right fielder trying to find his way aboard. Gurr, inside corner, called strike. Vineyard unfazed with a called strike. Vineyard throughout his career, he's barreled up a lot of baseballs. And he's looking to find his way aboard here. The 3-1 offering. That'll find its way down the right field line, slicing foul. That'll find the bullpen. That'll run the count full. Well, if there was any doubt that the Tigers were ready to go this afternoon, I would say the first couple of pitches of this ball game ought to give you that answer. A short memory, and the Tigers with one aboard and nobody out. Vineyard awaits the offering. Chop to the left side. Huddleston to second base. Over to first, not in time. Vineyard aboard on the fielder's choice. Burwash erased 6-4. That's out number 1 in the inning. Nick Wilson will step in. Wilson's had a solid tournament as well. 6 hits in this tournament, 3 of them for extra bases. 3 doubles for Wilson. 1 out, 1 aboard. Too tall. A ball and no strikes to the right-handed hitting third baseman, Nick Wilson. He is on top of the dish, folks. The 1-0. Too low in the strike zone. Seth Gurr on the mound for Montevallo. At first base for the Tigers, it'll be Blake Vineyard. The 2-0. Well outside. .3-0 the count to the right-handed hitting Nick Wilson. Gurr will set at the chest. The 3-0 pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. Both of these bullpens have been pretty taxed throughout the tournament. So making a pitcher work is going to come at a premium this afternoon. And the Tigers have worked deep into the counts so far, just 4 hitters into this one. Gurr to the plate. He walked him. Wilson aboard on the free pass. Vineyard moves into scoring position.
For the Tigers, first baseman number 8, Jake Goolsby.
Goolsby will step in. Goolsby leads the team, tied for the team lead in hits for the tournament with 7. He's got a double and a home run. This is a big bat for the Tigers with a runner in scoring position, just 1 out here in the top of the first. Goolsby chops that one toward the first base dugout, occupied by Montevallo. Montevallo wearing the white pants and purple jerseys today. West Alabama in the third base dugout, wearing the all grays, trimmed in red and white. Red numerals on the front and the back. Goolsby awaits the 0-1. Gurr will go to the plate. Goolsby will foul that one into the catcher's glove. 0-2. One out, 2 runners aboard for West Alabama. Aboard at second is Blake Vineyard. Nick Wilson with a big lead at first. The 0-2. A line drive up the middle. West Alabama's going to try to score a run. Vineyard grounding third. The Tigers, they'll plate another one. Sliding in at third. Save! Nick Wilson in at third base. RBI single for Jake Goolsby. Tigers lead it 2-0 on the RBI single from the Tiger first baseman. Third hit of the inning for the Tigers, and Montevallo wants to talk it over. R.J. Fletcher due up for West Alabama, and R.J. has been impressive. He had a great day yesterday, as this is my 6th game in a handful of days, and you may be bearing with a little bit of a broken voice this afternoon, but I tell you what, I'm going to power through it today as the Tigers, they've played it 2 in the first. Runners at the corners for West Alabama. R.J. Fletcher at the plate.
The designated hitter, number 2, Bryant Fletcher.
R.J. digs in here. The senior DH showing bunt, thought better of it. Maybe thinking a suicide or a safety squeeze there. As R.J. ahead in the count here 1-0. Action in the Montevallo bullpen in an urgent way. As Gurr will set at the belt. R.J. hammers that one into left. Coming in as a left fielder diving. He'll make the play and out in the outfield. But that's deep enough to score a run. R.J. with a sac fly to left field. The Tigers have played it 3. Second out of the inning. Well done by the Tigers senior. R.J. Fletcher with a sac fly.
The catcher, number 47, Tanner Jones.
It looks like we're going to start this game off with a review at third base to see if tagging at third was Nick Wilson. I don't think there's even really, it wasn't even close in my opinion. But they will check on it. We'll take a quick break when we come back. More Tiger baseball from Oxford, Alabama. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama after the review. The run will count for the Tigers. That makes it a 3-0 ball game. This tagging up on the sac fly was Nick Wilson. Tanner Jones will step to the plate. 2 out and a runner aboard. Gurr will set it. The belt. Hammered into left center. That's going to get down for another knock. Goolsby going to go first to third. Sliding in at third. Yes, sir. Tanner Jones with a single into left center. Goolsby moves first to third. Fourth hit of the inning for the Tigers. Bryce Newman will step in. That's going to do it. Close the book on Seth Gurr. The Tigers knock him out of the game after 2/3 of an innings pitched. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with more Tiger baseball from Oxford, Alabama. Montevallo will go to the bullpen. They're going to go with a left-hander. That's number 47, Matthew Bullard, 21st appearance of the season. He started 7 games, 55 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts. 2 outs, runners at the corners, Bryce Newman at the plate. Bullard skips that one in there. West Alabama, if you're just joining us, they have plated 3 runs on 4 hits here in the top of the first. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. That one catches the inside corner, called strike to Bryce Newman. 8th batter of the inning for the Tigers. First pitch of the game left the yard off the bat of Joe Watkins, a no-doubter out of left. The 1-1 offering, well outside. Newman ahead in the count here, 2-1. Goolsby at third base. Tanner Jones aboard at first. Outside corner, called strike. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. The reliever Matthew Bullard in here. The left-hander, he'll take a deep breath and he'll deal. That's going to be hit through the right side, and the Tigers are going to score another run. Going first to third is Tanner Jones. RBI single for Bryce Newman. Tanner Jones goes first to third. Goolsby comes in to score. And the 9th batter of the inning will step to the plate in the form of Will Wood. 5th hit of the inning for the Tigers. Matthew Bullard in relief here in the first. Outside corner, called strike to the left-handed hitting left fielder. Tigers off to a fast start. It's a long ball game. The 0-1. That misses low. The winner of this game will get a bid to the NCAA Regional Tournament. The 1-1. That one's lifted into left toward the bullpen, going foul. That will find its way just beyond the bullpen down the left field line. Ninth batter of the inning for the Tigers. 2 out, 2 runners aboard. At third base is Tanner Jones. Bryce Newman aboard at first. The 1-2, too tall. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Will Wood at the plate. The 2-2 offering. That's outside. Runner goes. And Bryce Newman won't even draw a throw. 2 runners in scoring position for the Tigers. A knock could plate 2 more. The payoff to Wood. Wood, a ground ball to Huddleston at shortstop. He bobbles it. Wood hustling down the line. Save! Tigers played another run on the error by the shortstop. Back to the top of the stack for the Tigers as Joe Watkins will step in. Wood was hustling out of the box, and Watkins steps in with 2 out and 2 aboard. Watkins takes that one low for ball one. 5 runs on 5 hits and an error for West Alabama. Watkins at the plate with a 1-0 count. Bullard to the plate, outside. Will Wood's going to cruise into second. He's got himself a stolen base. 2 more runners in scoring position for the Tigers. Hot hitting, Joe Watkins at the plate. He's got 8 hits on the tournament, 2 that have left the yard. A knock would score 2 more for the Tigers here in the first. Bullard to the plate. Watkins almost wore that one. He's way ahead in the count, 2-1. The 2-1. Inside corner, called strike. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bryce Newman at third. Wood at second base. The 2-2 offering. Ball 3. That'll run the count full. The payoff. Chopped foul just beyond the Tiger dugout near the bullpen. Count remains full for the right-handed hitting center fielder Joe Watkins. The payoff from Bullard. Walked him. Bases loaded. The Tigers have loaded the bases. And Eli Burwash steps in. He's got a hit in the inning already. Great speed on the bases for West Alabama. Walking lead at third for Newman. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike. Might have been off the plate. Called strike. Eli Burwash steps in. Matthew Bullard will wind and deal the 0-1. Fouled into the screen. Burwash behind in the count. 0-2. The 0-2 to Burwash. Hammered through the left side of the infield. 1 run will score. The Tigers, they're going to play 2 more. Tigers lead 7-0. Yes, sir! Burwash brings in 2 more. The Tigers on a mission here. 12th batter of the inning. 2 RBIs, single for Burwash. Brings Blake Vineyard to the plate. Vinny through the right side. That's going to get through. West Alabama's going to try to score another run, and they do. Yes, sir! 8-0 Tigers on the RBI single for Blake Vineyard. Well done, men, as the Tigers have played it 8 on 7 hits in their first, and Nick Wilson will step in. 13th batter of the inning. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. Nick Wilson at the plate. He will deal a little flare on the infield, and going back is the second baseman, McGuire Turner, and the Tigers in the top of the first 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and they strand 2. We go to the bottom of the first with the Tigers leading 8-0. We'll be right back with more Tiger baseball from Oxford, Alabama. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama. We head to the bottom of the first inning. West Alabama with a big top half of the inning, 8 runs. They found the end zone and put it in for 2 in the top of the first. And the Tigers will go defensively left to right in the outfield. Will Wood in left. Joe Watkins in center field. Blake Vineyard in right. Nick Wilson at third base. Eli Burwash at shortstop. Bryce Newman at second base. Jake Goolsby over at first. In this afternoon's battery behind the dish, it'll be Tanner Jones. And on the bump for the Tigers, the big right-hander, Maxwell Schumacher. 13th start of the year, 65 innings pitched. He struck out 45. He's got a 3.32 ERA. And he'll have to contend with Jacob Pearl, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Schumacher in there for a called strike. Pearl comes in today hitting .312 as he awaits the 0-1. That'll miss a little low. Pearl's collected 7 hits in this tournament. He's been a hard out as he awaits the 1-1 offering from Schumacher. That one just misses just below the knee. Maxwell Schumacher, he'll wind and deal the 2-1. Base hit to right field for Pearl, and Pearl continues to swing a hot bat. That'll bring to the plate McGuire Turner. Turner, the second baseman. Turner was an all-conference selection second team, .409 average on the season. Leads a team in hits with 85. He's collected 8 hits here in the tournament. Big lead at first base as that one misses outside. Pearl on the season, 5 of 8 on stolen bases. Popped up on the right side, that'll get fouled. This is one of those situations that I don't know how many chances that Coach Rose will take. He's probably got to figure that they're just going to have to try to outslug the Tigers, and they've started in a bind here, 8-0, but there is a ton of baseball left. The 1-1 from Schumacher. Again, fouled over the first base dugout. The ball and 2 strikes. Schumacher listed 6'5". He's a senior from Danville, Indiana. He'll set at the belt. The 1-2 offering to the third baseman diving is Nick Wilson, not able to keep that one on the infield. So back-to-back singles for Montevallo. Just beyond the outstretched glove there of Nick Wilson. And that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Connor Croson. Croson in the tournament, 7 hits. Leads the team in home runs with 16. The Tigers trying to find an out here in the bottom of the first inning. Schumacher to the plate. 3rd straight hit. Montevallo wants to try to score, and they'll hold up on a strong throw from right field from Blake Vineyard. So 3 straight singles for Montevallo as the Falcons not at all intimidated by giving up 8 in the first. And Evan Radford, the right fielder, will step in as West Alabama's pitching coach Brock Ward will go out there and chat about it with Schumacher. Give me an opportunity to thank these sponsors for West Alabama. Kempor Development, Coca-Cola, First South Farm Credit, Jersey Mike's out of Meridian. Jersey Mike's, I mentioned Jersey Mike's out of Meridian. Lewis Pest Control, Price to Packaging, Sumter Supply, Waste Management, and Watkins Cross Attorneys. Tip of the cap to those sponsors for UWA Athletics. Reminder that you can follow West Alabama on their various social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at UWA Athletics. You can also follow all the Gulf South Conference action at home and on the road. On Flow Sports, you can also tune into the UWA Broadcast Network, UWAathletics.com/live, and you can get all the action at home and on the road. We appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. The Tigers lead at 8-0 here, as Montevallo is trying to chip away. They've loaded the bases here with no outs. Bottom of the first. Double play depth for the Tigers on the infield. A dangerous hitter at the plate. Evan Radford tied for the team lead in home runs with 16. That one just misses. Schumacher from the belt. The 1-0. Somebody going to miss there. Evens the count at 1. Schumacher started game number 1 of the tournament. Back here in this afternoon's game is the starter, the 1-1. This is outside. Schumacher behind in the count here, 2-1. He'll set and deal the 2-1. That's in there for a called strike. Tigers played at 8 in the top half of the inning. Montevallo threatening here in their half of the first. Bases loaded, nobody out. Evan Radford at the plate. Schumacher, the 2-2. A line drive into center field. Joe Watkins will come in. They're going to try to plate 2. As Montevallo, 2 RBIs there by Radford. On the single up the middle. 4 straight hits for Montevallo here in the bottom half of the inning. Tigers still looking for that first out. 8-2 your score. Logan Harbin, the right-handed hitting first baseman, takes that one for a called strike. Harbin is a double play candidate. He's grounded into 3 this season. As that one misses low. So a ball and a strike to Harbin. 5th batter of the inning. West Alabama yet to record an out. Schumacher to the plate. That's in there for a called strike. The 1-2 offering from Schumacher. Fouled into the screen. That'll find its way in the first base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Harbin 4 hits throughout the tournament. He has driven in 5 as he awaits the 1-2. That one just missed outside. That'll even the count at 2. Schumacher trying to get the first out here. Fouled back to the screen. Harbin stays alive right off the cap of the bat. 5th batter of the inning for the Falcons. The 2-2. Chop to the third baseman. Wilson's going to mishandle that one. Wilson tried to grab it and tag. E5. That loads the bases. It was a high chopper. Wilson was going to try to glove it and tag the runner coming to third. And instead it goes off the glove. Nobody out here as Luke Mitchell will step in. Tigers still trying to get the out here in the first, bottom of the first. That one catches the outside corner for a called strike. The Tigers played at 8 in the top of the inning. They've given up 2 here in the bottom. The base is loaded, no outs. Schumacher will go to the plate. That one's well outside. Evens the count at 1. 6th batter of the inning. 2 runs on 4 hits, and the Tigers have committed an error. The 1-1 over the first base dugout. 1-2 the count. Mitchell doing the catching. 5 hits in the tournament for Mitchell. Tigers would love a double play ball here. The 1-2. Misses. Not sure exactly where, but the 1-2 misses. That'll even the count at 2. Schumacher to the plate. Struck him out. Out number 1. Great change of speed right there by the right-hander, Schumacher.
The center fielder number 1, Ian Cartwright.
Ian Cartwright will step in. Cartwright 7 hits in his 19 at-bats in the tournament. He does have 1 extra base hit. He's driven in 5. Bases loaded, 1 out. That's in there for a called strike. Seventh batter of the inning for the Falcons. That one's lifted into center field. Playable for Joe Watkins, deep enough to score another run for Montevallo. Cartwright with a sac fly to center field. Second out in the inning.
Third baseman number 3, Peyton Stevenson.
Peyton Stevenson will step in. 4th start of the tournament for Stevenson. 4 hits over the course of the week. 2 out, 2 runners aboard. Schumacher will deal. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire Dustin Ragsdale says he did not. As you could probably hear, that's unpopular and very close call there as the 1-0 pitch is on the way. That's in there for a called strike. Evens the count at 1. 8th batter of the inning for Montevallo. Tigers played at 8 in the top half of the inning. They've given up 3 here in the bottom half. The 1-1. Swing and a miss there. Throwing behind the runner at first. Back in time is Logan Harbin. A ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting third baseman. Tigers trying to get out of the bottom of the first. Schumacher, the 1-2. Just misses low. 2's across the board. Schumacher's thrown 25 pitches here in inning number 1. The 2-2 offering. Misses low and outside. That'll run the count full. The base runners, they will get a head start. Radford at second. Harbin at first. Big pitch here for the Tigers. Maxwell Schumacher, he'll set there at the belt. The payoff pitch. A walk. That'll load the bases again. Ninth batter of the inning. Ethan Huddleston steps in.
5, Ethan Huddleston.
Huddleston has a triple and a home run in this tournament. That one's lifted into left. Coming in as Will Wood, should be playable for the left fielder. Huddleston retired. Fly out to left. 3 runs on 4 hits, an error. And the Falcons strand 3. After 1 complete, West Alabama 8, Montevallo 3. We'll be right back with more Tiger baseball from the Gulf South Conference Tournament. We head to the top of the second inning. Due up for the Tigers, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Goolsby, Fletcher, and Jones. Back out in relief will be Matthew Bullard, the left-hander. Bullard faced 6 batters in the first. Bullard will wind and deal. Misses inside. West Alabama sent 13 batters to the plate in inning number 1 as Goolsby. Another knock toward the right side. Ranging is the second baseman. And a great play right there by McGuire Turner. Deep in the grass for Turner. As Goolsby is out on the ground out to second base. Out number 1.
Designated hitter, Bryant Fletcher.
R.J. Fletcher will step in for West Alabama. That one will miss. R.J. awaits the 1-0 offering there. Inside, called strike. Love to see the Tigers here just continue to add a run here and there as that one's hit to the right side. Harbin will field it. He'll take it himself. 2 outs in the inning as R.J. Fletcher grounds out to the first baseman. So 2 quick outs for Montevallo defensively, and that'll have Tanner Jones step to the plate. Singleton scored a run in the first. Takes that one on the inside corner for a called strike. Matthew Bullard in relief. Bullard from Calera, Alabama. He's ahead in the count here. 0-2. The 0-2 misses. Bullard's 21st appearance of the season for the Falcons as he'll wind and deal the 1-2. Off the plate. That'll even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 offering from the left-hander. Kind of a check swing back to Bullard. Bullard will fire it across. Holding the bag at first will be Harbin. And the Tigers will go down in order in the second. After 1.5, West Alabama 8, Montevallo 3. Championship baseball here in Oxford, Alabama. We'll be right back. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Top of the stack for Montevallo. It'll be Pearl, Turner, and Croson.
In second inning for Montevallo, the left fielder, Jacob Pearl.
Singleton scored a run in the top half of the inning. Maxwell Schumacher back out for the Tigers. He'll waste no time and wind and deal. Just misses outside. A lot of passionate fans for both of these ball clubs here this afternoon. Love to see that for these guys. The 1-0. Schumacher behind in the count here, 2-0. He'll get the sign. He'll go from the windup. The 2-0 to Pearl. That's in there for a called strike. The 2-1 offering from the right-hander. Ripped into right field. Pearl with his second knock of the afternoon. Fifth hit of the day for Montevallo. McGuire Turner steps in. Singled and scored. That's in there for a called strike. Defensively straight away there for Turner. Aboard at first is Pearl. Pearl 5 of 8 on stolen bases this season. Schumacher to the plate. A little softly hit ball to the second baseman. One play, that's at first. The Tigers get the out. 4-3 is Turner is erased on the ground ball. Moving up to second will be Jacob Pearl. Connor Croson will step in. Single through the right side. Scored a run. Schumacher from the belt. He'll deal. Chop toward the third base dugout. Schumacher ahead in the count here, 0-1. Runner aboard at second, one out. He'll take a peek at Pearl. He'll go to the plate. Swing and a miss there for Croson. Ahead in the count here, 0-2. The 0-2 from Schumacher, high and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Montevallo with a runner at second base. One out here in the bottom half of inning number 2. We're at Choccolocco Park here in Oxford, Alabama. Schumacher the 1-2. Missed a little low. Evens the count at 2. Home plate umpire today, Ryan McCraney. The 2-2 offering from Schumacher. Playable for Vineyard and right. Vineyard will squeeze it. Out number 2 is going to be a play at third base. Sliding in. Safe at third base. It was bang, bang. A great play and a great throw by Vineyard and right. Tagging and advancing to third was Jacob Pearl. Very close play. And that'll bring to the plate Evan Radford. 2 outs and a runner at third. 8 runs, 7 hits, and an error for the Tigers. 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Montevallo. Schumacher will deal. That's in there for a called strike. Winner of this one claims a Gulf South Conference tournament title and an automatic qualify to the NCAA Division II Regionals. The 0-1. Called strike on the outside corner. Everybody in the bullpen on their feet. Everybody in the dugout on their feet. Schumacher, the deep breath. The 0-2 pitch. That one's lifted into left. Going back is Will Wood at the warning track. Wood camps under it. That'll do it. Fly out to left. Out number 3 in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Montevallo, they strand one. After 2 complete, West Alabama 8, Montevallo 3. We'll be right back. More Tiger baseball. Top of the third here at Choccolocco Park. Leading it off for the Tigers will be the 8-hole hitter, Bryce Newman. Newman will take that one for a called strike. Newman singled, drove in a run, stole a base in the first. The 0-1, ripped toward the third base dugout. 0-2 the count. Matthew Bullard back out in relief for Montevallo. Newman awaits the offering. Called strike on the outside corner. It's a nice shot by the Montevallo left-hander. Will Wood will step in. He got aboard via the error. Wood tried to drag bunt there. Wood scored a run and stole a base in inning number 1. He awaits the 0-1. Finds its way over the press box. 0-2. We're here in the top half of the third inning. West Alabama on top 8-3. West Alabama erupted for 8 runs in inning number 1. As the 0-2 offering misses low and outside to the left-handed hitting left fielder, Will Wood. Bullard to the plate. That'll even the count at 2. Just off the outside corner there. Bullard will wind and deal. The 2-2 on the way. That'll get down near the Tiger bullpen. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 offering. Again fouled over the third base dugout. Just missed a parked car there. Two-two pitch on the way there from Bullard. Looked off the plate, called strike. So back-to-back strikeouts here to start out the third. 2 outs in the inning.
Center fielder, Joe Watkins.
Joe Watkins 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored and a solo home run. Bullard will deal. Swinging first pitch. Joe getting down the line, throwing across the diamond, not in time. An infield hit for Joe Watkins. He was hustling out of the box. Stevenson came in to try to make the play, just not in time. 2-out knock. 2-out knock for Watkins will bring Eli Burwash to the plate. Burwash 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Had 2 hits in the first inning. Burwash swinging first pitch. Fouled into the screen, 0-1. The 0-1 offering to the Tigers shortstop is going to be too tall. 7 hits in the tournament for Eli Burwash. As he awaits the 1-1 offering from the left-hander. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Bullard will throw over to first. Back easily is Watkins. Watkins does lead the team in stolen bases. With 9, he's 9 out of 13. This is not a team that runs a ton. Just 50 steals on the season for West Alabama. The 2-1. Lifted on the left side of the infield. Coming in is Stevenson at third base. Big league pop-up, but Stevenson will squeeze it. And that'll do it for West Alabama. In the top of the third, so no runs on hit, no errors. The Tigers, they do strand one. We head to the bottom of the third. The Tigers 8, Montevallo 3. More baseball from Choccolocco Park when we come back. West Alabama's Maxwell Schumacher out for his third inning of work. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Montevallo. It'll be Harbin, Mitchell, and Cartwright. Schumacher to the plate. And there for a called strike. A little breaking ball there from the Tiger right-hander. Harbin got aboard via the error in inning number 1. That one misses low and outside. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1 from Max. A little chopper to Burwash. Playable on the run. Fires across the diamond. It's a nice play for the shortstop. Harbin retired 6-3 for the folks scoring at home.
The catcher, Luke Mitchell.
Luke Mitchell will step in. Struck out in inning number 1. Schumacher with a deep breath. He'll wind and deal. Be a base hit through the left side of the infield, so Mitchell aboard with his first hit of the afternoon. Just a good piece of hitting right there by Mitchell. 6th hit of the day for Montevallo. Ian Cartwright will step in.
Center fielder Ian Cartwright.
Cartwright just his 11th start of the season. He's hitting here in the 7th spot. 1 out and a runner aboard. Hot shot to Wilson at third base. Wilson not able to hold on. Runners at first and second for the Falcons. Cartwright turned on that one. Credited with a single there on the infield. I mean, just a screamer at Nick Wilson. Peyton Stevenson walked in inning number 1. 1 out, 2 runners aboard for Montevallo here in the top of the third. Schumacher will take a peek, then he'll go to the plate. Wilson will field it, step on the bag, and decides to hold it. A nice play there. As Stevenson aboard on the fielder's choice. Cartwright will move up to second base. And Luke Mitchell retired on the 5 unassisted for the 2nd out of the inning. Ethan Huddleston will step in. Right-handed hitting shortstop. Flew out to left field to end the first. Steps in with 2 out and 2 aboard. Schumacher will go to the plate. That's on the outside corner. West Alabama starting to have a little action in the bullpen. Bryant Quimby starting to warm up. The 0-1 to Huddleston. Misses low, evens the count at 1. I would imagine if need be, we would see Quimby today. Gates P should be available. I would think Buckner would be available. The 1-1 off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Several other guys out of the Tiger bullpen, but I would think all of those guys that I just mentioned should be available today if pressed into service. The 2-1. I guess that one was low. 3-1 the count to the right-handed hitting shortstop, Ethan Huddleston. 2 out and 2 runners aboard. The 3-1 offering. Ripped down the left field line and foul. Count will remain full. Runners will get a head start here. At second base, Ian Cartwright, Peyton Stevenson at first. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. Maxwell Schumacher on the mound for West Alabama. The payoff pitch, fouled off. We'll do it again. Huddleston, a redshirt senior from Gallatin, Tennessee, before his time at Montevallo. Went to Volunteer State Community College here in Tennessee. Schumacher gets the sign. He'll set at the belt. The payoff. Low in the zone will load the bases. Very small strike zone for home plate umpire Ryan McCraney. And Jacob Pearl will step in. Pearl has been white hot this afternoon, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. The Tigers once again having to deal with the bases loaded. Schumacher to the plate. Off the plate there, ball 1. Schumacher the 1-0. Misses low. I would have to imagine if the Tigers go to Quimby, they would like for him to start with a clean inning here. So wanting Schumacher to finish up here strong, no doubt he can. The 2-0. Throwing behind the runner at third. Not in time. Diving back in. It's Cartwright. .3-0 the count. Tigers in a bind. The 3-0 offering well outside. That'll walk a run in. Very dangerous hitter in McGuire Turner stepping in. Looks like Gates P is warming up pretty quickly in the bullpen now. 8-4 your score. Bottom of the third inning. Tanner Jones is going to walk out there and talk with Schumacher. Gator feverishly warming up in the pen. Bases loaded and 2 outs. The inning started with ground ball to shortstop, a single, then a fielder's choice. It's followed up by back-to-back free passes. Schumacher will toe the first base side of the rubber. He'll wind and deal. Swing and a miss there from McGuire Turner. Turner trying to tie it up with one swing there. West Alabama in a bind here in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That one's lifted into left. Will Wood should be able to squeeze it, and he does. McGuire Turner flies out to left. Out number 3 in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. And the Falcons, they strand 3. We head to the top of the 4th. West Alabama 8, Montevallo 4. Blake Vineyard will lead off the Tiger 4th.
4th inning for the Tigers, right fielder Blake Vineyard.
1 for 2 with an RBI this afternoon is Vineyard. Winner of this ball game claims the Gulf South Conference tournament title and a bid to the NCAA Division II Regional Championship. Vineyard takes that one low and inside for ball one. 3, 4, and 5 due up. It'll be Vineyard, Wilson, and Goolsby. Heart of the order for West Alabama. That one's belted into left field. Get up. Get out of here. Solo home run. Blake Vineyard, my friend, you can touch them all. Vinny with a big fly. Vineyard hits his 9th Tater of the year. And the Tigers with more life here in the top of the 4th inning. First home run of the tournament for Blake, as Nick Wilson will step in. Wilson 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Ball inside will even the count at 1. Vineyard got one he could square up. He gave it a ride. The 1-1, well off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 offering lifted into right field, drifting back is Radford. Plenty of room there as Radford will squeeze it for out number 1 there in right. 1 out in the inning. Jake Goolsby will step in. Tigers lead it 9-4 after the leadoff home run by Blake Vineyard. Goolsby at the plate. He's got leave the yard stuff too, folks. Fouled into the screen. Goolsby, the senior from Springville, Alabama. Left-handed hitting first baseman. The 0-1 offering. Mysterious strike zone continues to elude me and everyone else. Called strike on the outside corner. The 0-2. Goolsby goes down on strikes. Second out of the inning. R.J. Fletcher will step in. R.J. in this tournament, he had 4 doubles yesterday as he takes that one inside for ball 1. R.J. had a sac fly in inning number 1. Waits the 1-0 offering. Ripped. Line drive at the third baseman and snagged by Peyton Stevenson. So in the 4th, West Alabama will score 1 run on 1 hit. They strand none. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 9-4 your score. Tigers in the lead. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama. To start off the bottom half of the inning, West Alabama is going to go to the bullpen. The Tigers are going to call on the services of the left-hander. Bryant Quimby will take the mound in relief. 15th appearance of the season. First appearance out of the bullpen. 78 innings pitched, 72 strikeouts for the left-hander. Pitched game number 2 of this tournament for the Tigers. And comes in here in the 4th. He'll face 3, 4, and 5. It'll be Croson, Radford, and Harbin. Quimby from the windup. A little tall. Quimby in the outing the other day had 11 strikeouts. Season high, the 1-0. That one's lifted into center field. Drifting over is Joe Watkins, and Watkins will squeeze it. 2 pitches, 1 out. Croson retired on the fly out to center field.
Evan Radford.
Evan Radford will step in for Montevallo. 2 RBIs, single in the first. Flew out to left to end the second inning. We're in the bottom half of inning number 4. Quimby on the mound in relief. And Radford takes that one off the elbow. Runner aboard here after the hit by pitch. It'll bring to the plate Logan Harbin. Harbin is a candidate for the double play. 3 times he's grounded into the double play this season. Quimby will work there from the stretch. He'll go to the plate. Misses outside, ball 1. Quimby from the belt, the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Quimby's got good stuff. The 1-1, too tall outside, 2 balls into strike. I'm sure the emotions and adrenaline running high in both of these dugouts here, as the winner will claim a conference title. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Quickly, 3-1 the count. Quimby behind here. Aboard at first after the hit by pitch is Evan Radford. Quimby will take the deep breath, the 3-1. Popped up. Coming in hard is Joe Watkins. Going back is Eli Burwash. Burwash calls everybody off. Shallow center field. A great job by Burwash there. Second out in the inning. Burwash, a long run from the shortstop position, but makes that one in shallow center field. And that'll bring to the plate Luke Mitchell. Nine-4 your score. Tigers in the lead. Bryant Quimby in relief for the first time in the season. Fouled off there by Luke Mitchell. Mitchell singled through the left side back in inning number 3 and was erased off the base paths on the fielder's choice. The 0-1 pitch popped up, out of play behind the plate. 0-2 the count to the right-handed hitting catcher. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 9 runs on 9 hits and an error for West Alabama. 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Montevallo. 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. That's Evan Radford. Got on via the hit by pitch. Quimby, the 0-2, well outside. A ball and 2 strikes to Mitchell. The 1-2 on the way. Little dribbler back to Quimby. Quimby flips it over to first base. Nice inning there for the left-hander. No runs, no hits, no errors. In Montevallo, they strand one. We head to the top of the 5th. The Tigers on top 9-4. We head to the top of the 5th inning. 7, 8, 9 due up for West Alabama. It'll be Jones, Newman, and Wood. Tanner Jones 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled and scored a run in the first. West Alabama plated 8 runs in the first. 8 runs on 7 hits for the Tigers. That one misses outside. Tanner Jones, the junior from Tampa, Florida. First year with the ball club. He's done a great job behind the plate. Sends that one into center field. Going back is Cartwright. Cartwright will catch that one over the shoulder. And Jones retired on the fly out to center. Out number 1. Bryce Newman 1 for 2. Single and RBI, stolen base. And a run scored. Struck out to begin the 3rd for West Alabama. First offering there to Newman as well outside. Back out in relief is the left-hander, Matthew Bullard. He came in the first inning after just 2 outs were recorded. Newman lifts that one into left. Drifting over is Pearl. Pearl kind of battling the sun there a little bit. shades his eyes and makes the play. So 2 outs in the inning on the fly out to left field. Will Wood will step in. Wood on the tournament. Before this game, 4 of 9. Ground ball hit to the second baseman. Gobbling it up is McGuire Turner. And Wood will be retired. The Tigers will go down in order in the 5th. After 4.5, Tigers 9, Falcons 4. We'll be right back to Oxford, Alabama. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bryant Quimby will come back out in relief for West Alabama. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Falcons. Ian Cartwright, Peyton Stevens, and Ethan Huddleston due up here in the 5th. Quimby to the plate. Popped up over the first base dugout. 0-1 the count to the right-handed hitting center fielder, Ian Cartwright. The 0-1. Lifted into right field. Should be playable for Blake Vineyard. And it is. Fly out to right there for Cartwright. Out number 1 here in the 5th. Peyton Stevenson will step in. Stevenson 0 for 1 with a walk. Got aboard via the fielder's choice. Back in the 3rd. Slightly open stance for the right-handed hitting third baseman. Huddleston listed redshirt senior from Gallatin, Tennessee. Chopped that one back to Quimby. Quimby will squeeze it, run it over to first. A little flip to Goolsby. 2 outs in the inning.
Shortstop, Ethan Huddleston.
Ethan Huddleston, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Walked in the 3rd. First look at Quimby here. As Huddleston in this tournament, he's been a tough out. Hitting in the 9 spot. Quimby, you see him take a deep breath. He'll wind and deal. That one misses just low. The 1-0, ripped into left. Going back, playing it off the wall will be Will Wood. Stand-up double for Huddleston. Hit over the head of Will Wood. He played it pretty well off the outfield fence there, but that'll flip the lineup over. Jacob Pearl has been on base all day long. Left-handed hitting center fielder, 2 singles. Run scored in an RBI with a bases loaded walk. Steps in. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Quimby will go to the plate. That's in there for a called strike. Quimby gets the sign. The 0-1. That's in there for a called strike. Quimby looking sharp this afternoon. 0-2 to the left-handed hitting center fielder, Jacob Pearl. Runner at second base. Boom! Struck him out. Pearl will go down looking for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Montevallo, they strand 1. We head to the top of the 6th. West Alabama leads it 9-4. We'll be right back to Oxford, Alabama. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Montevallo will go to the bullpen. They'll go with the right-hander, Mason Creasy. Creasy on the season's 17th appearance. 34 third innings pitched. 10 walks, 20 strikeouts. 3.93 ERA. It'll be the top of the stack for the Tigers. Joe Watkins, 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Jumped out of the yard in the first inning. An amazing called strike there, high in the zone against Joe Watkins. That one will miss low, even the count at 1. Joe Watkins trying to get aboard here, the 1-1. Chop toward the third base coach's box. Fielded by Noah Bowman. Mason Creasy, listed redshirt senior from Willis, Texas. Second appearance in the tournament. The 1-2 off the plate. Creasy in the tournament. He did pick up a win. 4 2/3 innings pitched. He just surrendered 2 hits. He did strike out 2 in 4 innings. As he gets Watkins to go down swinging here. First out in the inning.
The shortstop, Eli Burwash.
Eli Burwash will step in. 9-4 your score. Tigers in the lead here, top of inning number 6. Burwash showed bunt, pulled back, called strike on the outside corner. A check swing dribbler to the second baseman. Burwash will be retired as Turner fields it. Out number 2. I'll tell you, Mason Creasy works at a pretty quick pace as Blake Vineyard will step in. 2 for 3. 2 RBI, solo home run. That one skips in there. A ball and no strikes to Vineyard. Vineyard hit an absolute bomb out of left here to lead off the 4th. He awaits the 1-0. Hammered into center field. 2-hit afternoon for Blake Vineyard. He's not ready for this season to be over yet. 3 hits in the afternoon for Vinny. 3 for 4. Nick Wilson will step in. Wilson narrowly missed a home run yesterday. Hit the top of the fence. Looking for his first knock of the afternoon. He did walk and score a run back in the 1st. Leaning in will be Mason Creasy. Aboard at first, Vineyard. Hammered down the left field line and foul. Wilson behind in the count 0-1. Defensively straight away for the Falcons as Nick Wilson awaits the 0-1 offering. That one misses to the surprise of the Tiger fans. It's a pretty good pitch right there. Truth be told, I think it locked up the home plate umpire, Ryan McCraney. The 1-1 fouled down toward the bullpen, down the right field line. Ball and 2 strikes. Wilson trying to extend the inning here for West Alabama. The 1-2 skips in there. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blake Vineyard aboard at first base. The 2-2 offering. Vineyard goes. Foul down the first base line. Count will remain 2-2. The 2-2 offering to Vineyard turns into a pickoff to first base. Back is Vineyard. Vineyard goes. Stolen base standing up for Vinny. Ball high at the plate. Runner in scoring position for the Tigers. A knock should plate another one for West Alabama as Nick Wilson awaits the payoff pitch. Lifted into left field, drifting back is going to be Pearl. Pearl will squeeze it out, number 3. Nick Wilson flies out to left. The Tigers, no runs, a hit, no errors. They strand one in the 6th. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. West Alabama up 9-4. We'll be right back. More baseball from Oxford, Alabama. Bottom of the 6th inning, Bryant Quimby back out for West Alabama. Swinging first pitch, a one-hopper to Burwash. He'll gather and throw across the diamond in time. McGuire Turner will ground out to the shortstop. Out number 1 in the inning. That'll bring to the plate Connor Croson. Singled and scored a run back in inning number 1. Quimby will wind and deal. Outside corner. Called strike. The 0-1. Chopped toward the third base dugout and foul. Snagged by West Alabama's Baker Green. 0-2 the count to Croson. Quimby. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive to the second baseman, Bryce Newman. 2 outs in the inning.
The right fielder, Evan Radford.
Evan Radford will step in. 1 for 2 with the single, 2 RBIs and a hit by pitch. Was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning, stranded at first base. Quimby to the plate. Ripped toward the parking lot. Well foul, 0-1 the count. Radford saw Quimby back in the 4th. Hit by the pitch. The 0-1 skips in there, evens the count at 1. Quimby works pretty quickly, the 1-1. Wow. 2-1. Wow. The 2-1 on the way. Skipping it in there. 3-1 to count. 2 out. Nobody aboard. We're in the bottom half of inning number 6. 9-4 your score. The Tigers in the lead. Quimby, the 3-1 on the way. Radford will pick up the 2-out walk. Second free pass issued to Radford. That includes the hit by pitch. Logan Harbin will step in. 0 for 2. He did reach on the error back in the 1st inning. The left-hander Bryant Quimby in his first appearance out of the bullpen this season. 6'3" senior delivers that one on the inside corner for a called strike. A native of Atmore, Alabama. The 0-1. Lifted into center field. Joe Watkins has got a beat on it. Watkins will squeeze it out, number 3. Harvin retired. That'll do it for Montevallo in the 6th. No runs, no errors. And 1 runner left stranded. We head to the top of the 7th. Tigers bats ready to go to work. They're ahead 9-4. Top of the 7th inning. Back out in relief will be Mason Creasy, the right-hander for Montevallo. Jake Goolsby will step in for the Tigers. 1 for 3 with a RBI single. That one skips in there. Ball number 1 to Goolsby. Goolsby, the left-handed hitting first baseman. The 1-0. Misses inside. Mason Creasy, second inning of work here in relief. The 2-0. Chopped toward the first baseman. Not able to be handled by the first baseman. Hustling down is Goolsby covering. is the pitcher, Mason Creasy. So 3-1. I don't know what the situation is there. Words exchanged from Coach Eric Dubose and home plate umpire Ryan McCraney. As R.J. Fletcher will step in, he'll swing at the first pitch. That one will find its way toward the bullpen. And foul. 1 out in the inning on the ground out. R.J. Fletcher stepping in. 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Back in the first inning. Creasy will deal. Off the plate. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1 offering there from Creasy. Misses low. Mason Creasy came in relief. Redshirt senior from Willis, Texas. Works pretty quickly. Chopped foul. Excuse me, that was just inside the line at third base. And RJ will be on the E5. Tanner Jones will step in. Jones on the afternoon, 1 for 3 with a single. A run scored. Jones with a big hack there. Behind the count here. 0-1. RJ aboard at first. Tanner rips that one just beyond the Tiger bullpen in down the left field line. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Fletcher aboard at first after the error by the third baseman. The 0-2 offering. Jones will go down on strikes. 2 outs in the inning.
Second baseman Bryce Newman.
Newman steps in. 1 for 3. Outside corner called strike to the right-handed hitting second baseman. Newman singled in a run, stole a base in inning number 1, eventually scored as the Tigers sent 13 players to the plate. That one's in the dirt, evens the count at 1. Mason Creasy in relief here to the third pitcher for Montevallo. The starter, Seth Gurr, went just 2/3 of an inning. He threw 19 pitches. He had given up 5 runs on 4 hits. Chopped toward the shortstop. Huddleston hustling in, getting down the line is Newman, and he'll be retired on the ground ball to the shortstop. That'll do it for the Tigers in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner standing. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 9-4 your score, Tigers in the lead. We head to the Montevallo 7th. Bryant Quimby back out for his 4th inning of work. Through 3 innings, just 31 pitches for the Tiger left-hander. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Mitchell, Cartwright, and Stevenson. Quimby ready to go to work, wasting no time. Mitchell will get hit by the pitch.
Center fielder Ian Cartwright.
Second hit by pitch of the afternoon for Quimby. Ian Cartwright will step in. Cartwright, the center fielder. That one skips in there. Cartwright's 11th start of the season. Waits the 1-0. Swing and a miss there. 45 at-bats, 15 strikeouts for Cartwright. He is hitting .356. Right-handed hitting center fielder. That one's in there for a called strike. Quimby bouncing back nicely after the hit by pitch. Quimby shakes off the first sign. Now he's got one he likes. The 1-2. Blocked up by Tanner Jones. That's a phenomenal job by the Tiger backstop. Evens the count at 2. Nobody out, a runner aboard. The Tigers lead at 9-4. Quimby the 2-2. Boom! Struck him out. Out number 1 in the inning. Appreciate you tuning in to the UWA Broadcast Network this afternoon. I'm Will Atkinson. We've had a great week of baseball. Championship game here in Oxford, Alabama. Quimby will tell you. That one's in the dirt. Peyton Stevenson at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out to the pitcher back in inning number 5. The 1-0. Chopped foul toward the bullpen down the left field line. That'll even the count at 1. Aboard at first base after the hit by pitch is Luke Mitchell. Stevenson awaits the offering from the left-hander. Fouled into the screen. Stevenson, a .262 hitter. 34 strikeouts on the season. He's behind in the count here, 1-2. Quimby, he will get the sign. The 1 pitch on the way. Too tall. That'll even the count at 2. Tigers 9 runs on 10 hits. Cue from the belt. The 2-2. Popped up out of play. The count will remain 2-2. Peyton Stevenson, the sophomore from Eclectic, Alabama. Staring at a 2-2 count. 1 out and a runner aboard. Quimby, he'll deal. Base hit into left field there. Fielded by Will Wood. 2 base runners aboard. Montevallo trying to find some mojo here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ethan Huddleston will step in. 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. 1 out. 2 runners aboard. Quimby to the plate. High and outside. That one got away from Quimby there. Mitchell at second. Stevenson at first. Q will deal. Fouled straight back to the screen. That'll even the count at 1. Quimby came in relief in the 4th. Shakes off the sign there. 43 pitches for Quimby in relief. The 1-1. Fouled into the screen, a ball and 2 strikes. Quimby continuing to battle here as a reliever. First look out of the pen all year for the Tiger left-hander. Leads a team in innings pitched. Leads a team in strikeouts. He's ahead here, 1-2. Chopped foul. Down the left field line toward the bullpen. Gathered up by Michael Allen Cole. Huddleston hitting in the 9 spot. He's got himself a double this afternoon, but behind in the count here, 1-2. Quimby, the 1-2. Too tall. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Action in the Tiger bullpen. Quimby to the plate. Popped up on the infield. Playable for Newman. Newman will squeeze it. Huddleston retired on the pop-up to second base. 2 outs in the inning. Back to the top of the stack, it'll be Jacob Pearl. 2 for 3. 2 singles, a strikeout, and a walk. Drew a bases-loaded walk to get himself an RBI. Steps in with 2 out and 2 aboard. At second base is Luke Mitchell. Peyton Stevenson over at first. Called strike on the outside corner. Quimby with a deep breath. Yeah, he buries it in on the inside corner. Quimby way ahead here. A lot of options for the Tiger left-hander. He'll set at the belt. Check on the runner at second base. The 0-2. Blocked up by Tanner Jones. Tanner Jones has been an absolute warrior in this tournament. He's caught every inning, including the 11 on the opening night. The 1-2 offering. A little bit outside. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 base runners on for Montevallo. Bryant Quimby will set at the belt. The 2-2 offering. Ground ball to Newman. Newman playable there. He gathers it, throws it across to Goolsby. Out number 3. Pearl grounds out to second base to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. The Falcons, they strand 2. We head to the top of the 8th. Tigers lead at 9-4. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Mason Creasy out in relief for the Falcons. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Tigers. Wood, Watkins, Burwash. Will Wood 0 for 2. He did get aboard via the error. Scored a run after stealing a base. Creasy gets the called strike there. Wood's first look at Mason Creasy. Creasy wasting no time. Fouling that one back into the screen is Will Wood. Quickly behind in the count here. 0-2. The 0-2 offering. Lifted into left. Drifting back is Jacob Pearl. Pearl makes the play in left. Wood retired on the fly out. First out of the inning. Back to the top of the stack for the Tigers. It'll be Joe Watkins.
Center fielder Joe Watkins.
Watkins steps in. Chop toward the third baseman. Stevenson on the run. Watkins retired 5-3. 2 outs in the inning.
Shortstop Eli Burwash.
Eli Burwash will step in. Burwash had 2 hits in inning number 1. That one misses tall to Burwash. Burwash 2 for 4 with a pair of RBI. The 1-0. It's going to be chopped to Huddleston at shortstop. Huddleston on the run. 3 outs in the inning. The Tigers go down in order in the 8th. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Tigers 9. Montevallo 4. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama, as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. West Alabama's left-hander Bryant Quimby back out in relief. Quimby threw 4 innings of work, 54 pitches, no runs. He's given up just 2 hits. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. Due up for the Falcons, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Turner, Croson, and Radford. The winner of this one here, getting the bid into the NCAA Division II Baseball Regional. West Alabama, the 5 seed. Montevallo, the 8 seed. Quimby will deal. Popped up on the right side. Bryce Newman has got a beat on it. Out number 1. McGuire Turner pops up to the second baseman. First out in the inning. Connor Croson will step in. 1 for 4 on the afternoon is Croson. Had a single and a run scored back in the first. That one misses just below the knee there. Quimby has looked sharp out of the bullpen. He'll wind and deal the 1-0. Too tall. 9-4 your score. As Quimby gets the sign, the 2-0 offering. Skips it in there. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. That's in there for a called strike. Croson thought he drew the walk. Home plate umpire Ryan McCravey reeling him back in. Croson lined out to the second baseman last at bat. That one's going to be fouled out into the Falcon bullpen. That'll run the count full. The Tiger left-hander, Bryant Quimby, gets the sign. He'll wind and deal the payoff pitch. Croson draws the walk.
Right fielder, Evan Radford.
Dangerous hitting Evan Radford here. 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch and a walk. Radford, 1 ground into a double play on the season, as the Tigers playing him straight away. Swing and a miss there. Good change of speeds for the Tiger left-hander. Radford out on front. Aboard at first is Croson. The 0-1 just missed. A ball and a strike to Radford, the right-handed hitting right fielder. Quimby will set at the belt. The 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss there for Radford. Radford on the season does lead the Falcons in the strikeout category. Also leads in the home run category. So a dangerous hitter in Radford. Quimby. The 1-2. Struck him out. Big time strikeout for the Tiger left-hander. They call him Big Q. Logan Harbin will step in. 0 for 3. He did get on via the error, but was stranded at second in inning number 1. Harbin, the Chelsea, Alabama native. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Judah Buckner warming in the Tiger bullpen. Quimby gets the sign. He'll set at the belt, the 0-1. Dribbler to Wilson at third. Throws across the diamond in time. In the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Montevallo strands 1. We head to the 9th. Tigers lead at 9-4. We'll be right back. More Gulf South Conference Tournament baseball here from Oxford, Alabama. We head to the top of the 9th inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Tigers. Vineyard, Wilson, and Goolsby. Vineyard 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Scored a couple of runs, driven in a couple. He's got himself a stolen base as Vinny steps in. That one misses low in the zone, just below the knee. Creasy will look down at the watch, and he'll get the sign, the 1-0 offering. Misses low again. Vineyard trying to find his way aboard. The 2-0. Misses. 3-0 the count. Vineyard making the right-handed reliever work here. The 3-0. Called strike on the outside corner. Vineyard way ahead. On deck, Nick Wilson, the 3-1 offering. Vineyard, walk. A leadoff walk for Vinny. Vineyard's not a guy that walks a ton, but he picks up his third walk here of the tournament as Nick Wilson will step in. Wilson walked and scored in the first. He's looking for his first knock of the afternoon. Off speed, called strike on the outside corner. 9 runs on 10 hits and an error for West Alabama. 4-9-2 for the Falcons of Montevallo. The 0-1 to Wilson. Misses low. Action in the pen for Montevallo. Buckner throwing in the Tiger pen. Creasy from the belt. The 1-1. Lifted into center field. Is it going to die in there? And it does. Just a little flare into center field. As Nick Wilson is aboard with his first hit of the afternoon. Jake Goolsby will step in for the Tigers. Goolsby singled in a run in the first. 1 for 4 on the afternoon. He did score a run. And the head coach, Chandler Rose, wanting to talk it over. That may do it for Mason Creasy. We'll take a break. When we come back, more Tiger baseball from Oxford, Alabama. You're listening to the UWA Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama. The Falcons will call on the services of the right-hander, Logan Metzger. 20th appearance of the season, 21 innings pitched, 10 walks, 30 strikeouts, 5.57 ERA. Opponents hitting 163 against the right-hander. Top of the 9th inning. Winner claims a Gulf South Conference tournament title. And the Tigers have 2 base runners on with no outs. Aboard at second base is Blake Vineyard. Nick Wilson aboard at first. Vinny aboard at second. Goolsby with a bunt to third base. Goolsby getting down the line, lumbering as he puts 2 runners in scoring position. A great job by Jake Goolsby. Textbook. 2 runners in scoring position. R.J. Fletcher, 4 doubles yesterday. Infield drawn in. He's got a sac fly this afternoon. They're going to intentionally walk R.J. to load the bases. Tanner Jones will step in. Again, the infield drawn in. Too tall to Jones. Logan Metzger, the right-hander. Metzger from Marshall, Illinois, a redshirt sophomore. The 1-0 offering. Again. Wow. Well above the letters called strike by home plate umpire Ryan McCraney. That really wasn't even that close. I don't mind saying it. I'm not even a guy that talks balls and strikes a whole lot. The 1-1 to Tanner Jones on the way. Fouled into the catcher's glove. 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Vineyard at third base. Wilson at second. Aboard at first is RJ. The 1-2. Too tall. Evens the count at 2. They walked RJ Fletcher to load the bases. And that brought Tanner Jones to the plate. Jones looking to get his way aboard here with 1 out. The 2-2 offering. Fouled over the first base dugout. Count remains 2-2. Tanner Jones at the plate, trying to find his way aboard. He'll wait the offering, the 2-2. Too tall. That'll run the count full. Logan Metzger in a bind here. Top of the 9th inning. Tigers on top by a score of 9-4. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. Count remains full. Tanner Jones on the year has done a great job behind the plate. And he has been cool at the plate as he has driven in 9. The payoff from Metzger. Again fouled off from Jones. Tanner, a native of Tampa, Florida. Transferred in from West Alabama from East Georgia State Community College, and he's had a phenomenal year behind the dish. He awaits the 3-2 offering from Metzger. Again fouled off. The amount of fight in these Tigers collectively is impressive. Trying to add to a 5-run lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Metzger, the payoff. Walked him. That's a run for the Tigers. A phenomenal at-bat for Tanner Jones. That'll bring to the plate Bryce Newman. Newman drove in a run in the first, got an opportunity here in the 9th. Newman swinging first pitch, that'll find the screen. 10-4 your score here in the top of the 9th inning. Bases loaded with 1 out. Nick Wilson at third. RJ at second base. Tanner Jones aboard at first. The 0-1, too tall. Newman, the senior second baseman, awaits the offering here from the right-hander. The 1-1, too tall again. More throwing in the pen for Montevallo. Called strike on the outside corner. Two the count to Newman on the way. Too tall. That one will run the count full. Metzger gets the sign. The payoff to Newman. Walked him. Another run in for the Tigers. Nick Wilson will cruise in for the second run of the inning. And Coach Chandler Rose wants to talk it over the Tigers. They've got the bases loaded here with just one out. They've played it 2. And it looks like the Falcons want to go to the bullpen. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you the pitch and change here from Oxford, Alabama. Montevallo will go to the bullpen. They will call on the services of the right-hander. It'll be Mitchell Rhodes. 15th appearance out of the bullpen for Rhodes. 18 innings pitched. 10 walks, 14 strikeouts. 5.50 ERA. Will Wood will step in. Bases loaded. One out here in the top of the ninth. The Tigers have pushed across 2 with bases loaded walks. Wood takes that one for a called strike. Double play depth in the middle for Montevallo. Corners will play in front of the bag. Rhodes ahead in the count here, 0-1. Wood takes that one outside the strike zone. Evens the count at 1. Joe Watkins waiting on deck. Tigers lead it by a score 11-4. The 1-1 misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Wood trying to find his way aboard. He got on via the error back in inning number 1. Was able to score a run. The 2-1 offer. Chopped through the left side. West Alabama will plate 1. Rounding third base is Tanner Jones coming in. Save! Tigers score 2. Out at third base. Out at third base will be Bryce Newman. But Will Wood, 2 RBI. Newman tried to go first to third. He's thrown out 7-5, and it's back to the top of the stack. 2 RBI single for Wood. West Alabama plates 2 more. Watkins at the plate. Watkins led off this game with a solo home run. Behind in the count here, 0-1, 13-4 your score. Rhodes will go to the plate. Watkins frozen on a ball on the inside corner. Aboard at first base is Will Wood. As the Tigers would love to tack on a couple more here in the ninth. Rhodes will deal. Wood check swing. You didn't go. A ball and 2 strikes to Joe Watkins. 2 tall. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wood aboard at first base. Pretty good speed at first for Will Wood. 8th batter of the inning for the Tigers. They've played it 4. Rhodes to the plate. That one skips away from the catcher. Wood will advance. Another runner in scoring position for West Alabama. Full count to Joe Watkins. Rhodes will set at the belt. The payoff. Chop to the third baseman. Stevenson slips and falls. Woods aboard. Watkins is aboard.
Shortstop, Eli Burwash.
Eli Burwash will step in, 2 runners aboard. It looked like Stevenson tripped himself up there. Looked like he tripped himself up as Coach Chandler Rose wants to go talk it over. They're going to bring in another reliever. We'll be right back. More Tiger baseball. Welcome back here to Oxford, Alabama. The Montevallo team will go to the bullpen. They're going to go with a right-hander.
Right-hander 41, Trey Felker.
Trey Felker will come in. 13th appearance of the season, 16 innings pitched. 18 walks, 14 strikeouts. Crazy side note, Trey Felker, grad senior from Titusville, Florida. This puts age on me, but in my first coaching job as a baseball assistant, I coached Trey Felker's dad. He was our shortstop at Lambeth University, and he's coming in to pitch here in a championship game of the Gulf South Conference Tournament. West Alabama's Eli Burwash at the plate. Burwash lifts it into center field. Going back as the second baseman, calling everybody off, is the center fielder, Ian Cartwright. So Felker comes in, gets the pop-up.
3 hits and 2 runners left on base.
4 runs for West Alabama in the 9th. They lead it 13-4. Here we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Tigers, they need to get 3 outs. We'll be right back. More Tiger baseball. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama. We're here at Choccolocco Park, and you heard the roar of the crowd when they announced the Tiger reliever, number 45, Judah Buckner, the Tiger, hard-throwing right-hander. Buckner on the year, 21 innings pitched, 6 walks, 29 strikeouts. 0.44 ERA. He's got 2 wins out of the bullpen. It'll be his 19th appearance. Buckner in this tournament. This will be his 4th appearance in the tournament. He's pitched 3 in the 3rd innings. And the hard-throwing right-hander here in an on-save situation, trying to shut it down and have the Tigers claim a Gulf South Conference Tournament title, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Luke Mitchell will step in. Foul down the right field line. 0-1 the count to the right-handed hitting catcher, Luke Mitchell. Mitchell on the afternoon singled back in the 3rd. He was hit by a pitch in the 7th. As Buckner, the 0-1, too tall. Buckner will wind. The 1-1. This is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Luke Mitchell trying to find his way aboard the Tigers. 13, Montevallo 4, the 2-1 offering from Buckner. Popped up. Drifting back is the second baseman. Bryce Newman will squeeze it for out number 1. Stepping in will be Ian Cartwright. 1 for 3 with a sac fly RBI. He did score a run back in the 3rd inning.
Center fielder Ian Cartwright.
Buckner to the plate. A little tall there.
Let's go, 4-5. Here we go. You got all 9 corners on that plate. Now, hit belongs to you, bud. Let's go.
The 1-0. Buries it in there, does Buckner. 1-1 to count. The 1-1. Called strike. Buckner will eye the mark. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses. 2-2. Evens the count at 2. Buckner will get the sign. He'll wind. The 2-2 delivery. Boom! Struck him out. Montevallo down to their last out. Peyton Stevenson stepping in. Looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter. Landon Leak. Leak will step in. Leak. Called strike. Buckner, the 0-1. Curveball, strike 2. Buckner way ahead. The Tiger fans feeling it here. The big right-hander. He'll get the sign. He'll wind and deal. The 0-2 pitch. Did he go? First base umpire Dustin Ragsdale says he did not. Montevallo down to their last strike. The Tigers trying to secure a Gulf South Conference title. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Boom! Struck him out! Judah Buckner with a punch out, and the Tigers are the 2025 Gulf South Conference Tournament champions. Yes, sir! What a gutty performance by the Tigers as they took one on the chin last night. And in his second season as the head coach, Eric Dubose and the Tigers punched their ticket to the NCAA Regionals in Division II. I tell you what, about 2 weeks ago, this was a team that was not sure that they would make this tournament. They come in as the number 5 seed, and they claim themselves a conference tournament title, the first conference tournament title since 2015. And the Tigers celebrated here in Oxford, Alabama, a big-time win, 13-4 over the Falcons of Montevallo. West Alabama, 13 runs on 13 hits. They committed an error, and Montevallo was held to 4 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. West Alabama had a great game plan going in. They were able to execute on the mound. They swung the bats very well, and the Tigers lived to play another day. Maxwell Schumacher got the start. 63 pitches through 3 innings. He gave up 4 runs on 7 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 1. Bryant Quimby, masterful job out of the bullpen. 5 innings of work, 67 pitches. He gave up no runs, just 2 hits in 5 innings. He walked 2 and struck out 3. And Judah Buckner, 12 pitches, 1 inning of work, 2 strikeouts. And the Tigers claim a Gulf South Conference tournament title here in Oxford. We're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the offensive stats for West Alabama. The Tigers, happy final, 13-4. Hold on, we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama, as the post-game festivities continuing to take place here at Choccolocco Park. I don't have all of the information that will be shared, so I'm going to kind of step back and let the announce be announced. So you just guys, I'll ramp up the volume. You can hear the announcements.
And now for the announcement of the 2025 All-Tournament team. First, from West Florida, Brett Rowell. From Mississippi College, Jordan Evans. Montevallo, Evan Radford. Montevallo, Jacob Pearl.
Job, kid.
From Montevallo, Ariel Melendez. From Montevallo, McGuire Turner. From West Alabama, Bryant Quimby. From West Alabama, Nick Wilson. From West Alabama, Blake Vineyard. From West Alabama, Jake Goolsby. And the final member of the all-tournament team, who is also the tournament's most outstanding player from West Alabama, Joe Watkins. We would like to congratulate Coach Chandler Rose and the Montevallo Falcons on an outstanding season. And also congratulate Coach Rose on his 400th win last night. The runner-up of the 2025 Gulf South Conference Tournament, the Montevallo Falcons. And now for the hardware. The winner of the 2025 Gulf South Conference Baseball Championship and the recipient of the conference's automatic bid to the NCAA Division II Regionals, the West Alabama Tigers, coached by Eric DeBose. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our award presentation.
The presentation of the conference hardware, the announcement of the all-tournament team, and the automatic bid into the NCAA Division II Regional Championship. The Tigers will play another day Bryant Quimby, Nick Wilson, Blake Vineyard, Jake Goolsby, and Joe Watkins, all receiving all tournament accolades. And Joe Watkins, tournament MVP, as the Tigers head out toward the outfield. They will display their championship banner. They've already been given their championship T-shirts. So, folks, pack your bags. We got more baseball to play. With the win this afternoon, the Tigers improve to 32-23 overall. And the number 5 seed coming into the Gulf South Conference tournament wins a tournament title. First time since 2015 as West Alabama. I tell you what, they got off to a little bit of a rocky start in conference play at times, but they have peaked at the right time. And the Tigers are 2025 Gulf South Conference tournament champions. Man, I like the way that sounds. As we will be broadcasting more throughout the season as the Tigers get that invitation into the region. I would anticipate a trip to Tampa, Florida, but we will see how all of that maps out here in the coming days with the tournament selections and whatnot. But the automatic qualifier here is the Tigers pick up the win. They went in this tournament. West Alabama started off on a definite good note, but it took some one-run wins early on. Defeated Mississippi College 6-5 on Saturday. Defeated this Montevallo team on Sunday 5-4. Defeated the number 3 seed West Florida 7-6 on Monday. And then Tuesday they had to see Mississippi College again. It was a big win there, 12-6. And then last night's setback for West Alabama saw the Tigers fall to Montevallo by a score of 15-3. And then, having a short memory, the Tigers woke up this morning and they put together a 13-run, 13-hit effort as they defeat Montevallo 13-4. So 13 runs, 13 hits, and an error for West Alabama. 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Montevallo. So Montevallo and West Alabama saw each other 3 times in this tournament. They swapped big wins, but the Tigers win the last one. And they are the Gulf South Conference Tournament champions. We'll take a very short break. I'm going to try to get Coach Eric Dubose up here, but we appreciate you hanging on with us. The Tigers win a tournament title here in Oxford, Alabama. Coach, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. We've got head coach Eric Dubose, and I'm going to set this thing here. Tigers just about 2 weeks ago were uncertain as to whether or not they would make the conference tournament. 2 sweeps in the last weekend of the regular season. We get a sweep against Lee. We get a sweep against Huntsville. Come into the tournament in a 5 seed and then cruise through the winner's bracket. Take one on the chin last night, and the Tigers, one pitch into the game, and Joe Watkins turns one around and left. It was a bomb. But we've got Coach Eric Dubose here, and Coach, congratulations on a tournament title. We play more baseball, and I tell you what, it just doesn't get a lot more fun than this.
I'm a loss for words, but at the same time, I'm full of a whole bunch of words and emotions. The guys showed up. They showed up. They had every excuse at all the baseball that we've played here recently, all the things that we've had to go through to get to where we are. And our alpha dogs turned into alpha dogs tonight. Offense just started out with Joe Watkins just saying, hey, we're here, and you better be ready. And then right after that, Burwash comes up and putting up an 8 spot right in the front. Then the big show, Max going out. And that's the thing with Max, man. We know we'll give up hits, but he just keeps pounding the zone. And when we got an 8-run lead, that's what we need. So, man, I was so proud of Max. And then we get the ball to Q, and Q comes out there and just absolutely big boys the circle out there. And so and then you turn it over to Judah. And, I mean, the guys never quit, and that was something that we keep talking about is finish. And running through the finish line and not coasting. And, man, I just got to give it to all the guys for continuing to sprint right through the finish line.
Well, I tell you what, you mentioned the offense, and I'll talk about that in a second, but you talk about Q coming out of the bullpen, and I got a text message during the game. I'm not going to put on the person that sent it to me, and they're like, having to face Q out of the bullpen, the word he used was, that's diabolical. I mean, it is absolutely almost unfair, and you could tell that all the guys wanted to do was just pass it on to the next person, and nobody really tried to come out and just do too much. There was, I'm not to get cliche or anything, but nobody panicked, Coach. It's been the thing all year. They just went out and they did their job, and the offense. We sent 13 guys to the plate in inning number 1, and Burwash gets 2 knocks in inning number 1. Like, I was lucky to get 2 knocks in my freaking career, and he did it in an inning today, and it just really. They had every opportunity, and you said this, they had every opportunity after taking one on the chin last night to, be a little salty. And instead, 1 pitch in, we leave the yard, and the energy was great. The guys just kept passing the baton, and another big-time team win today.
It was, and it's a whole team. Like, there's guys in that dugout that didn't get to touch the field, but they were a huge part of it because they keep the energy up. We get in there, when we get down and we feel like there's pressure, those guys get in the box with us. They get on the mound with us. They make plays with us. And, man, it really is, man. It's a special group of young men down there that came together in 1 year. We had a lot of turnover from last year to this year. And for these guys to come in not knowing each other and finding a common goal and understanding what it takes to be a winner. Yep. And, man, the sacrifices these guys have made. And, man, I mean, there's a lot of young men down there that's been part of West Alabama baseball for a while and hadn't had a chance for this right here. I'm so fired up for those guys.
I couldn't agree more. And the other thing, like, we've got great baseball players. I said that this morning to someone else. We got great baseball players, but we've got even better guys, like, that are going to be amazing when their baseball careers are over. And you saw it today, you'll see it tomorrow, and I think that's a lot to be proud of, Coach. And it's, I am humbled to be able to play just a teeny tiny part. And I tell you what, I was talking with Vineyard's Dan before in the game, and he's like, what if this is it for Blake? And I said, what if it is? He's going to have left the legacy here that's the new standard. And that says that for every guy in that dugout. And here we are, 2025 Gulf South Tournament champions, Coach, and we get to play again.
We're not done. And that's something like 05, 15, and here we are in 2025. Like, that's been something we've talked about, a place on our wall for this team right here. And Coach, man, this game's given me so much. As a player, this game has been amazing for me. And there's a picture in my office when we won a regional, me being carried off. And that's something I share with these guys. I want that for you. And, man, for me to be able to see that, like, it wasn't about me running out. It was about these guys having that moment, being able to hold their finger up as their number one.
Absolutely.
And that's huge. And that's something nobody will be able to take away from this group.
Absolutely. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for giving me a couple of minutes. Tournament champs, Coach. Let's play another one.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. That's your head coach, Eric Dubose. He leads the Tigers to a conference tournament title in year number 2. And he has set the tone here for West Alabama. I'm going to see if there's any possibility that we will get one of the players or two up here. But if not, I'll be right back. Let you know, 30-second break when we come back, more Tiger baseball. Welcome back to Oxford, Alabama. The happy final here, West Alabama 13, Montevallo 4. The Tigers are the 2025 Gulf South Conference Tournament champions. We had to hear from head coach Eric Dubose. We'll be awaiting the regional selection later in the coming days. The guys are on the field taking photos with their families and whatnot. We will try to catch up with them maybe throughout the week. We can maybe record some interviews or maybe get them on before the next broadcast. But we appreciate you tuning in to Tiger Baseball. The Tigers are the 2025 Gulf South Conference Tournament champions. I'm Will Atkinson. Thank you for joining us on the UWA Broadcast Network. Good afternoon. Safe travels. We'll see you at the ballpark. And go Tigers.